Valentine's Day together. It was our first Valentine's Day, obviously. That was beautiful. It was, I will say it was, I guess part of this is, on me, because obviously I have to be a certain type of person with a certain type of wound to have been attractive and attracted to an avoidant. So I had a difficult time receiving gifts, attention, love, feeling worthy of it. So when my boyfriend kind of lavished those things on me this year, like, I appreciated it, of course. Like, he gave me a dozen roses, took me out to dinner. It was a beautiful time. And his birthday was also yesterday, so we got to do several things together. It was a lot of fun. I treated him to that. My first instinct was, I don't deserve this, because I was in a very different situation last Valentine's Day. My ex made it seem as though, it was a major inconvenience to celebrate Valentine's. Obviously, that's just what avoidants do. Like, they don't, all that stuff is pressure to them. So, last year, he said he didn't want to do anything, and that's in the avoidant playbook. Anything that involves, like, emotion, love, anything like that, they want part of it. They'll either start a fight beforehand to get out of it, or just, I don't celebrate that, I don't do that, which was his thing. Like, well, I thought we weren't doing that this year. So last year, because I bought him, I went to Dollar Tree and I bought him, I know he said we weren't going to do anything because he didn't want to. I bought him this little, basically just made a little vase with, like, some fake flowers and a little I love you balloon thing, and that triggered him. So he did one of these, so he had to, go put his coat on and take me and his daughter and took us to Chipotle and just sat there while we ate, and was absolutely miserable about it. I didn't make him do that, but I guess he felt like a bad person because I got him something from Dollar Tree, and I was like, you don't have to do anything in return. Like, this is just, me showing I love you, but that triggered him. So this year I was almost afraid of what was gonna happen. I didn't know if it was gonna be the same thing. Like, I know my boyfriend is not avoidant, but like, I just didn't know what to expect, because honestly I think this is the first serious relationship I've been in where the person wasn't avoidant of some type. So when things just went nicely and it wasn't like this tit for tat, and like I didn't get any vibes that I was being annoying or an inconvenience, but I was kind of taken aback. But it was nice after a while. Like, it just took me a moment to get used to, because I was thinking, like, do I deserve this? Does he feel pressure to do this? Stuff like that. But once I looked past that and I was able to, like, process, like, hey, he's not that person. Like, he wants to be here. He wants to be with you. And he's shown that. Eventually, I was able to really just relax and enjoy the holiday. It was only a brief, it was brief, and like, it just was like when I met his roommates for the first time. He lives in Pennsylvania, so I drove there and met his roommates for the first time, and saw where he lives. And I came up in his room and he handed me these roses and he had wine, and I was just I don't know, for a split second I was just like, why is he doing this? And then I was like, because he loved you, dumbass. Yeah, it was beautiful. And then the next day was his birthday, and I wanted to treat him, so we went, or no, not the next day, that was Friday night, so that was the night, because I got a babysitter Friday, so we did all that Friday night, and then the next day was Valentine's Day, and I wanted to do stuff with my daughter, so he and I and my daughter just celebrated at home. My daughter loves Domino's pizza, and it's really the only thing she needs. She needs the cheese. So we stayed in, did a little surprise for her. He was very much involved in helping me, like, film the surprise, and I did, like, a little scavenger hunt for her, and she loved it, and he was excited and happy to do that with me as well. had a really nice time together. And I took my daughter with me, of course. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I have a child with disability, and like she doesn't like to eat. So it was pretty much just me and him eating. I tried to get her to eat something, but she refused. The only thing she'll eat is Domino's. Very specific, and just the cheese. So like I order a whole pizza and she just eats the cheese. And then I dropped her off with my dad for a little bit so we could go do grown up stuff. So we went to this place and did we played pool, which was really fun. Had a couple drinks and did axe throwing. And it was a blast, and like it was just such a great weekend. And I was just comparing it to last year, not that I should, but like it's just like, wow, I wouldn't have imagined I'd be in a healthy relationship where like we do stuff and enjoy time together, and I don't feel like I don't belong here, and that I'm inconveniencing someone, and that they're just dragging me along because they feel like they have to. They feel burdened to do things, you know, because I don't know. So nobody ever tells you, like, once you realize, like, oh shit, I've been dating avoidance my whole life. Dating your first non-avoidant just feels very, very weird. It's like, oh, is this what normal is? Like, not having constant, like, ups and downs and feeling like a fucking burden all the time? This is nice. It's weird, but it's nice. Having somebody who's, like, emotionally stable and, like, because he has to remind me all the time, because I'm, like, apologizing for things all the time, and he's like, what are you apologizing for? Like, yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, in the morning, he woke up, and I love to sleep in, because we stayed up until, like, 3 o'clock in the morning watching movies. And my daughter woke up early, so I got up with her around 8, and he was sleeping in, obviously, because we were up late. So he woke up, and he was a little overstimulated, because my daughter she loves noisy stuff, so she had her tablet, like, on full blast, and she has this tricycle with a bell, and it squeaks, and there was just a lot of noise in the house. And he was like, I'm just gonna go back in the bedroom for a little bit, I'm a little overstimulated. And I'm like, oh, okay. And for some reason that, like, scared me, like, it put a pit in my stomach. And, like, he's mad at me. He's annoyed with me. He's annoyed with my kid. Like, he's annoyed with this life. Like, he doesn't want to be here. And, like, I had a spiral for a second. So I think he spent maybe 15 minutes in the bedroom just waking up. And then he came out, and I'm, like, apologizing profusely. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. And he's like, what are you sorry for? And I was like, because, you know, you were annoyed. And he was like, I wasn't annoyed, like, there was just too much noise, I was overstimulated, I just needed a few minutes in the quiet. And I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, just stuff like that. Like, I'm used to walking on eggshells, and this is the first relationship where I haven't had to do so. So it's new to me. Because there's a police officer right there. So yeah, it's just I guess this is what a normal relationship is. I fell down dropping my daughter off. I didn't even know, I guess the kids are off for President's Day today, so I didn't even realize until last night when my sister told me that they didn't have school today. So I dropped my daughter off with my dad this morning, slipped on some black ice, and scraped my hands. So my hand is bleeding, and I'm a massage therapist, so I'm gonna have fun today wearing gloves to massage. I hate wearing gloves to massage. So yeah, my hands kind of hurt. I'm waiting to get to work right now so that I can wash my hands very thoroughly because there's some dirt in them. So yeah, great weekend. Just reaffirmed that I'm worthy of someone loving me, and this is the first person who's not a fucking avoidant that I've dated, which is very nice. Just have to keep reminding myself that if he wants to be here, he will be, you know. And even if he doesn't, like, that doesn't determine my worth or anything. And he always reassures me when I'm feeling triggered about something, and shows me in ways that he's not that person. So that's really nice. Updates on my ex-avoidant partner, I don't know. I don't give a shit. He's probably miserable. He probably made whoever he's dating miserable for Valentine's Day. Probably didn't do anything for them. discarded them. Who knows? Because they tend to do that on holidays, especially like Valentine's, Christmas, whatever. He discarded me on the 4th of July, which I thought was really fucking weird. But I guess that's a triggering holiday too. But yeah, from like stuff I've been reading and watching, they tend to discard people on like significant holidays, birthdays, stuff like that. So yeah, he can eat shit. I don't know. I'm actually like, there was a while like after the discard where I'm at now, like driving, is like the town that he lived in. I'm near it, and I would deliberately take a different route to work because I just couldn't. It would trigger me, like going down certain roads would trigger a memory or whatever because it was close to his house, or close to the drive. Sometimes I would drive from work to his house to visit, or on my break to help him clean his house, like the dumb bitch I was. He didn't deserve any of that wife treatment, but I guess that was my way of trying to prove myself, because I felt he made me feel unworthy in a lot of ways, and like I felt like, oh, if I don't do these things, he's not going to see my worth, or maybe if I continue to clean and help as much as I can, maybe I won't feel this way, maybe I won't have this nervous energy that, because he was so emotionally unavailable. But yeah, I don't, now I drive by certain areas and it's not even a thought. Like the other day I drove past one of the routes I didn't usually take anymore because it would bring up a memory or whatever, and I didn't remember at all. Like I took that route and didn't think of him. He didn't cross my mind, and then later on I was like, oh shit, I took that road, and I didn't even think about it. Like, so it's definitely healing for me. Sorry, I'm about to cross. Which car is coming? Okay. So I'm like, alright, like, I guess that's a good thing. I don't think of him like when I see certain things or hear a certain song or whatever. What did piss me off the other day was, I don't know why, my boyfriend put me on his YouTube Music account, which is fucking clutch. I love it. I can't imagine go back to like Spotify or Apple Music or any of that stuff. But my ex's band came up on there, and I'm like, ew. I'm like, well, I didn't like it, but it just came up, so I like gave it a thumbs down. So like I don't really think of him unless something like that happens, or like it's a significant holiday where like I felt bad last year. So I feel like I'm pretty well healed. I still have my moments where like I'll feel a tender spot where it'll just like pop up in my head, but like honestly, my day to day, like throughout the day, like I don't think of him or anything, or the discard. So I genuinely feel like I'm healing. But I do want to continue to update, because an avoid and discard, it is a life-changing thing, and like it sounds so dramatic if you haven't gone through it, but like this has changed and altered my brain chemistry. This has altered the way I view relationships. This has altered the way I view myself. It really, like, it turned my life upside down and made me into a completely different person, in good ways and bad. I definitely listen to my gut more, using a lot of discernment and voicing when I'm not best pleased with something, and I'm not afraid to do so. Like my boyfriend, I'll tell him like when something bothers me or whatever, when I was just too afraid and I was on eggshells and too scared to do that before. So this, like I said in I think my first, probably in several videos, this needed to happen. This is something I needed to learn, and I feel like I'm better for it. I'm traumatized, yes. Deeply traumatized, and I probably will be for a long time. This is not something that fixes overnight. Like, I mean, just look at all the people that talk about avoidance. Like, there's a reason that people continue to talk about it, because it forever changes you. But it needed to happen, and I'm glad it did.